Welcome. Let us journey inward, exploring a subject both profoundly simple and deeply personal. Have you ever truly considered the sound that begins your own name? You hear this name called every day, sometimes with affection, sometimes in haste, sometimes with great respect. But have you ever paused to feel how that initial sound is also the starting point of your inner nature? Ancient wisdom teaches that every name holds a resonance, a current of energy that flows through the universe. This vibration shapes the contours of your temperament, your perspective, and even the path you walk. A name is more than a simple label. It is a whisper from existence itself, a fundamental note that, from the moment of your birth, colors your very being. Today, let us embark on this journey of discovery. Together, we will explore the qualities tied to each letter, from A to Z, and uncover the patterns they reveal within you. If your journey begins with A, you are by nature a trailblazer. You often find yourself at the start of a path where others have not yet thought to look. There is a forward momentum within you, an energy that resists stagnation. In any context, you naturally assume a position of guidance. Whether in your work, your family, or your community, you are the one to take the first step. You possess a strong inner certainty, a clarity in your choices, and at times, a formidable resolve. When this resolve is channeled correctly, it has the power to shift landscapes. Your spirit does not crave comfort. It thrives on growth. You carry the fire needed to forge a new way, not merely follow an old one. If your name opens with the sound of B, your greatest power is your capacity for connection. You are someone who does not just maintain relationships, you inhabit them fully. Authentic love, profound bonds, and the welfare of those you care for are central to your life. You have a deep-seated devotion to your home, your family, and your circle of friends. Frequently, you place the needs of others before your own. You are much like a candle, which consumes itself to provide warmth and light for all who gather around it. If your name is introduced by C, you are a channel for imaginative force. The ideas that flow through you are rarely conventional. You find ways to express this creative energy, whether through artistic pursuits, musical expression, written words, or performance. You belong to a group of individuals who perceive reality from an uncommon vantage point. Your vision extends beyond the surface of things, recognizing the hidden hues and textures beneath. Your inner self finds no nourishment in rigid thinking, repetitive conversations, or a life of monotony. You are an original mind, and your energy naturally recoils from dullness. You are one who can weave new realities from the threads of insight. When the first letter of your name is D, the principles of structure, order, and precision are woven into your core. In any unsteady situation, you can become the firm ground for others to stand on. You are the pillar of support when challenges arise. You remain true to your word and approach your responsibilities with sincerity. Your spirit seeks stability and feels a deep unease with chaos or neglect. A natural sense of duty guides you, whether toward your home, your work, or the larger community. You carry yourself with a weight that gives you profound depth. If your journey starts with E, you are deeply vibrant, relational, and move through life with a dynamic rhythm. To remain still is not in your nature. Your soul has a persistent hunger for experience, to absorb knowledge, to encounter new people, to see unfamiliar places, and to learn different ways of being. You often bring lightness to others, forging connections and uplifting them with your spirit. Your life mirrors a flowing river that never ceases its movement. It continues its journey, and everywhere it passes, it leaves a sense of renewal. You have an inherent ability to engage with others, marked by openness and skill in communication. Yet, it is often through engagement with the outer world that you find your own inner balance. If your name begins with F, you are a soul that values freedom above nearly all else. You cannot thrive in the shadow of another. You must chart your own course. Even if your path is winding and unconventional, it is authentically yours. You possess a unique way of seeing the world and tend to shy away from conforming to the crowd. Yet, when you align yourself with a purpose, you become unshakable in your dedication. Your spirit requires two essential things: liberty and a meaningful direction. When you have both, you are capable of achieving things that others might deem impossible. A quiet strength resides within you, awakened only when you commit your entire being to a task. If your path is marked by G, you are an intrinsically deep soul. You do not observe life from its surface, you perceive its underlying currents. You are drawn to stillness, to stable ground, and to genuine understanding. You are among those who speak with intention. You may say little, but when you do, others listen closely. You possess a natural gravity and a wisdom that is not commonly found. You are a true seeker, whether in matters of spirituality or the truths of life itself. Your spirit is on a constant search for the authentic, far removed from pretense, superficiality, and empty glamour. You are the lantern that burns steadily, without needing encouragement from the wind, yet in your light, many others find their way. When your name opens with H, you place the highest value on balance and harmony. You are a gentle presence, moving neither too quickly nor too slowly. An aura of peace surrounds you, which brings a sense of calm to others. You are an exceptional listener, capable of understanding another's heart with great sensitivity. You desire tranquility in relationships, serenity in your home, and equilibrium in your life. Your soul is like quiet music that does not demand attention, but touches every heart it reaches. What you convey is not just heard, it is felt. If your name commences with I, you are a person drawn to the deep, inner journey of the soul. The external world's distractions do not easily sway you. You prefer to turn your awareness inward. You are one who asks profound questions of yourself. You engage in self-reflection and often find solace in solitude. While you may appear quiet externally, a vast and active world resides within you. You do not share your inner self readily, but when you do form a connection, it is with the entirety of your being. Your soul is in search of truth, be it the truth of life or a higher consciousness. You are like a traveler who, even in a crowded street, walks a solitary path, always knowing their ultimate destination. If your journey begins with the sound of J, you embody the very essence of hope. A light radiates from you that encourages others to move forward. You are filled with a natural enthusiasm and can find a seed of positivity in nearly any circumstance. People feel uplifted and more confident in their own being when they are in your presence. Your words, your smile, and your self-assurance combine to create an energy that can shift the atmosphere of any space. A steady flame burns within your soul, illuminating the way not only for yourself but for those around you as well. You are one who elevates others, and this selfless quality is what makes your presence so special. Have you ever stopped to observe why one person's nature is so calm and steady, while another's is quick to ignite? Why one person is always ready with a smile, and another is often lost in quiet contemplation? You may have noticed that upon hearing a name, an impression forms in your mind, as if the name and the person's essence are deeply intertwined. This connection is indeed profound. Our name, and most powerfully its first sound, reflects the color of our soul's energy. This is not mere belief, but an insight derived from the lived experiences of those who have walked the path of deep self-awareness. It has been said that the first letter of every name is a vibration, an energetic signature that remains with us for our entire lives. Let us continue so you can recognize the quiet signs held within your own name. If your name begins with K, you are oriented from birth to walk the path of meaningful action. You are among those who do not just hold on to dreams, but actively work to give them form. You do not just turn over ideas, you craft solutions. Your nature is grounded in practicality. It is not your way to leave a task unfinished. You carry a clear blueprint in your mind of what must be done, how it should be approached, and when the time is right. You certainly possess deep feeling, but your decisions are guided not by momentary emotion, but by careful consideration. Your soul finds its truest peace through purposeful engagement with the world. You are suited for both leadership and service because you understand that right action is its own form of reverence. If your name opens with L, you are a living expression of love's potential. Your greatest joy comes from witnessing the happiness of others. You think with your heart, and you live from that space. Your eyes can sense the unspoken burdens people carry, and your presence often brings them a sense of relief. You possess a gentleness that can soothe even the most hardened spirit. Connection, emotional honesty, and a sense of belonging are the true necessities for your soul. You are like a flower in the world, absorbing the harshness of the sun, but offering only fragrance in return. Your spirit finds its home in compassion, empathy, and truth. Should the first letter of your name be M, you are a person of immense strength, stability, and sincere intention. No matter how gentle you may appear on the surface, your inner core is like solid rock. Once you have set your mind on a course, it is very difficult to sway you. You approach every endeavor with complete dedication. For you, respect is a cornerstone of life, both respect for yourself and for others. You will always extend a hand to help, but you do not wish to be dependent on anyone. Your spirit requires a firm foundation, and you strive to maintain your composure in all situations. You become a protector for those you care for, and if necessary, you will silently bear any hardship yourself to ensure no harm comes to them. If your name starts with N, you are a soul who perceives life with profound depth. You might appear unassuming, but your thoughts, your way of thinking, and your understanding are of a high order. You do not simply accept things as they are presented. You contemplate what lies beneath the surface. You can be an excellent strategist, planner, and advisor. At times you may seem lost in your own world, but when you choose to speak, everyone listens. Your soul is on a continuous quest for knowledge and truth. You do not grant your trust easily, but for the few you do, you give your unwavering loyalty. If your name begins with O, you are a soul that believes in wholeness and completion. You find disharmony in things left unresolved. Every action, every relationship, every feeling is, for you, like a circle that must be made complete. You think a great deal, and you not only think but feel with immense depth. You are drawn to balance, of mind and body, of activity and rest, of connection and solitude. You are like a seeker who, even within a crowd, can maintain a space of inner quiet. Your spirit requires stability, respect, and a strong sense of self-worth. You would never intentionally cause harm to another, but if someone damages your dignity, you will silently create a respectful distance. We sometimes meet another person, and without knowing a thing about them, our heart tells us they are true. Sometimes we are drawn to someone by the quality of their voice, and at other times, a person can shake us to our core without uttering a single word. Why does this occur? Why do certain people attract us? Some feel wise, and some feel like we have known them forever. This does not happen because of appearances. It happens because of energy, and the first current of that energy often comes from the first sound of our name. Every letter is like a seed that encourages certain qualities to grow within us. When we understand this, we begin to understand not just others, but ourselves more deeply. So, on which path is your own soul walking? If the first letter of your name is P, you are a person who places the greatest importance on depth and purpose. For you, a task is never just a task. It is a responsibility, a commitment with a clear aim. You possess an energy that allows you to understand others with ease. You may be facing your own struggles, but you cannot bear to see those you love in pain. There is a maturity in your nature, meaning you do not get caught in trivial matters. Your focus is often directed toward the well-being of others, service to the community, and the patient realization of your goals. Your soul is disciplined. You could say a great deal, but you speak only when it is necessary. Your inner stillness is your true strength. If your name begins with Q, you belong to that rare group of souls whose perspective is entirely unique. You do not walk the well-trodden path. You are here to forge a new one. You hold the power of inquiry and are driven to understand the root of all things. You are not confined by conventions, though you hold them with respect. People may sometimes misunderstand you, because you are not part of the mainstream. But the truth is your soul is incredibly deep and independent. You enjoy the process of self-discovery, and your deepest desire is for authenticity. Even if you walk alone, when you are true to your path, a way is always shown to you. If your journey starts with R, you carry within you the three forces of leadership, persistence, and passion. You do not approach any task with a divided heart. You either see it through to its completion, or you do not begin it at all. There is a magnetic quality to your presence. When you speak, people are compelled to listen. You move with swiftness, but it is tempered by the maturity to proceed with thoughtful consideration. You hold a great deal of love for those you are close to. But if your trust is broken, you can also withdraw just as quickly. Your self-respect is profoundly important to you, and you may remain silent at times for fear of compromising it. Your soul is like a fire, which offers both illuminating light and a clear warning. You hold a beautiful balance of passion and wisdom. When the first letter of your name is S, you have a personality that is deeply emotional and connected at the soul level. For you, relationships, integrity, and trust are the three pillars of life. You have no time for pretense. You connect directly from the heart. You possess a depth that may not be immediately visible, but those who truly know you feel how authentic and special you are. You can sometimes feel lost in the currents of your own emotions, but when you quiet your mind, you find a deep inner calm. Your soul is naturally oriented toward love and a sense of devotion. You are among those spirits who would never cause harm to anyone, but will silently take on the burdens of others. If your name starts with T, you are an incredibly stable, trustworthy, and diligent soul. You do not engage in showmanship, nor do you speak excessively. Your method is to work quietly and let the results of your efforts speak for themselves when the time is right. For you, security, stability, and permanence hold great importance. If you begin an undertaking, it is not in your character to abandon it. You possess a patience that allows you to remain unbroken even in the most difficult of times. Your soul is like a tree with deep roots, in whose shade others find rest and peace. Your love is also steady. When you connect with someone, you connect profoundly. You build on trust and live for that trust. Now, pause for a moment. Reflect. Did you recognize a new dimension of yourself? Do you see now how alive these sounds, these letters, truly are? This is not just a label, it is a reflection of the soul's unique energy. Everything that enters our life arrives with a name. A friend, a teacher, a relationship, an opportunity. Every name connects us to a new experience, and the foundation of that experience is often resonant with the first sound of that name. Where do they guide our soul's attention? In the end, we may reach a point where no name is needed, where only nameless awareness remains. If your name begins with you are a soul born with the potential to reach great heights of creativity and vision. You have a desire to soar, but you always maintain your connection to the earth. You are fiercely independent in your thinking and, in turn, you grant others the freedom to find their own way. You have a large heart and do not hold on to anger easily. You may feel a sense of solitude at times, but even within that, you discover a sense of liberty. Your soul requires an open sky, a vast space where it can think, feel, and come to know itself. You hold a power that has been cultivated through the practice of many lifetimes. Should the first letter of your name be V, you are exceptionally balanced, wise, and filled with a spirit of service. Your life can become a source of inspiration for others because your consideration extends beyond yourself to include everyone. You possess the strength to carry responsibility, whether it is for your home or for the wider world. Your thoughts are steady, and you have the capacity to see life from a spiritual viewpoint. There is a hidden inner discipline within you that reveals itself over time. Your soul finds its deepest satisfaction in tranquility, selfless action, and meditative awareness. If your name starts with W, you are a truly unique and wondrous soul. Your life's path is not meant to be ordinary. You often find fulfillment only by creating something new, something different. You have a powerful imagination that could make you a gifted artist or a profound thinker. You may seem calm on the surface, but you are deeply sensitive and emotional within. Your aspirations are not small, and you will pour your entire being into making them a reality. Your relationships are deeply felt. You allow very few people into your inner circle, but to those you do, you remain unswervingly devoted. Your soul thrives on creativity, self-expression, and authentic connection. If your name opens with X, you are a mysterious soul. You are not easily understood, but for those who take the time, you are a priceless discovery. Your mind is always engaged with new ideas and new explorations. You can be content in solitude and can also remain unseen in a crowd. You do not like to be confined by any system or rule, because your spirit is that of a seeker, a practitioner who must forge their own path. Your soul finds its connection to the absolute through freedom, contemplation, and direct experience. If your journey begins with why, you are a very ordered and peaceful person. For you, knowledge, ethical living, and spiritual growth are of the utmost importance. You possess self-mastery, and this is your greatest strength. You build your life not on words, but on conscious action. Your choices are stable, and you have a gift for grasping life's essential truths quickly. Your soul finds its deepest rest in faith, devotion, and consistent spiritual practice. You do not lose your inner composure, regardless of the situation. This steady quality is what makes you exceptional. And if the first letter of your name is Z, you are someone who lives life with an open heart and profound depth. You have the art of embracing every color of existence. You are generous, tolerant, and filled with wisdom. You cannot find peace when you see others in distress. You will do whatever is in your power to help. Your nature is gentle, and your energy is incredibly inviting. Your soul finds its true happiness at the intersection of balance, love, and courage. You are the kind of soul who, though perhaps unassuming, always makes a home in the hearts of others. We have now walked a spiritual path through every letter from A to Z. Each name is like a mantra, a sound that can influence the direction of the soul. But as we move beyond the name, we must also remember that we are not the name itself. We are the awareness that is experiencing life through these vibrations. As we begin to understand the energetic signature of our name, we draw closer to that which is beyond all names and all forms, our true being. It has been said that a name is a gateway, but the soul is the home. So let us use our name as a tool for practice and find the path that connects us back to our true self. If you have learned, discovered, or felt something on this inner journey, I invite you to share this exploration with others. Perhaps leave a comment below with the first letter of your name and the insight you experienced. By sharing this reflection, you help others who are also seeking the path to meet themselves. Remember, in every name, there is an echo of the soul, and every soul is a unique expression of existence. We will meet again on another journey. Until then, be well.